What do people want?
What's up, my people? Klassik TV right here.
For example, look at me now.
For me,
at
I
my
think
age.
about
Why should I
the
steal money? What do I want to do? No, it is factual because life is short, and what you need to live comfortably. The clergy and my very good friend and role model, Dr. Peter MUNGA, all protocols observed. First of all, I feel greatly honored to be here this morning and afternoon. But I want to correct, and I think Dr. Peter MUNGA has done the correction very clearly, that I stand here before you as chairman of the Kenya National Examination Council, and that the public prayers I'm hearing, that I'm the Cabinet Secretary for Education, that will come to pass by the grace of God, but the record must be very straight because the media have ways of twisting things. I shall not be Cabinet Secretary until such a time that Parliament has sat and interviewed me, which they have done. They have to sit down and discuss whether they feel I'm suitable, and by the grace of God, take that report to the full House and debate it, and then recommend to the President that indeed the person he wanted is suitable, and on taking the oath, I shall be Cabinet Secretary. But having said so, I trained at Starehe Boys Center, and I thank God of the team which was led by the late Geoffrey William Griffin. And most of the futures you are seeing in me today came from there. And Griffin had a team of the late Patrick Shaw, Mr. Geturo, and Mr. Gekubo. And the ethos of that school were very simple. And I've been deeply touched because I see there's a link between Starehe Boys Center and this private school. At Starehe Boys Center, we were taught to be fearless. Don't worry about people saying you are arrogant. You should be courageous and don't listen to the people who are saying you are arrogant. I've seen that among the students that I've seen here. Be courageous, have confidence in yourself. Our motto, incidentally, which was given by the late Mr. Jomo Kenyatta himself, was Natulenge Juu. Let us aim high. You as a person, you as a student should aim high and be satisfied. Second thing I want to tell the students that we must learn to be satisfied with what we have. If I can eat githeri without sukuma wiki, so be it. Who tells you I'm not going to sleep? I will sleep very well. If by the grace of God there's a leg of chicken there, that's fine. But the fact that there was no leg of chicken should not make me think, oh, this is the end of the world. The third point I want to tell the students is very simple. Believe yourself, believe in yourself first, because you are created by God and given special abilities. Yourself as yourself. Let nobody tell you that you are inadequate. Who has told you you are inadequate? God cannot be stupid. Are we together? After you have believed in yourself, what I was taught at Starehe Boys Center, which I want to transfer to you, that any duty you are given, if it is to clean a toilet or to wash a cup, I prefer using the cleaning of the toilet one. Clean that toilet so well that it will be cleaner than any toilet that has been cleaned before, and make sure you finish the cleaning on time so that you spare some time to behave like we already have one. Was it Wamalwa? Or that author? Wanjala. Spare some time so that you can mimic Wanjala. So don't always wait to rush and clean. And I think we are on this track, Dr. MUNGA, because I went to your hostels, and what I didn't want to tell you there, I would like to be sure and believe that those hostels, the beds were made by the boys. I do not subscribe to the nonsense where you babysit adults like parents do at home, Oh, darling, don't flush the toilets. Somebody is coming to flush it for you. Oh, darling, please don't bother about the bed. You are getting late. You are not an intelligent parent at all. Let us give our children the university of life that they have to go to. So that if you have a child who, when they come home, because parents now don't like their children at home. So you wonder, why did they produce them? They expect the teacher, and you have fine teachers here, I've assessed them. You are very fine teachers, I've assessed them through the results, psychologically through what I've seen. You expect the teachers to do the impossible. So I want to use this opportunity, because it is an opportunity, Dr. Munga, to say that parents, including my most humble self, and hopefully my son soon, can we get involved in the lives of our children? I don't mean by giving them money. Please have time with your children. Because I remember my mother went up to standard 3, and she used to tell me, my son, in this area, I'm the only one without a child who has gone to school properly. And I want you to go to school until you reach higher. Because according to her, higher was the highest. And that impact remained in me throughout. The urge to get rich quickly or to accumulate wealth is making the parents, without them knowing, they're not giving their children any time at all. Then when your child does not do well, you say, no, me, I know my child. And Mercy will remember a very senior government person who came to protest. And we said, we are not going to remark the exam. That year, 300,000 children got zero in mathematics. And I wasn't informed. I looked, took time and looked at it myself. So this senior government official said, no, this boy was at this very good school. And I know my son. How do you know your son if you don't sit down and find out what he's doing? If you can't afford to understand what is being taught, just make sure he's reading at home, not looking at funny things. So when I told the authority that was much higher than me, that, sir, let me go and look at the scripts with the CEO. The son never finished. He didn't write half of the exam. The scripts were empty. So as I speak like this, I'm not a mad person. It's like I'm calling for your help. Because I know if by the grace of God I'm made the Minister for Education and I don't have the help of the provincial administration, the parents, the teachers and the Teacher Service Commission, the Ministry of ICT, Health and Environment, I shall not succeed. Because we have one government. We have one government led by one president. So if we have this group, say for example, this group says, no, for us, we are the Ministry of Environment. We don't care what happens in schools. For us, we are provincial administration. And for us, perhaps we are TSC. You have no authority to talk about teachers. Who has told you I will give you results? The results will come once we agree that we are one country, one people, and one government. Whereby if there are 3 different people on the ground, for example, I'm seeing my friend, the Deputy County Commissioner. If I get to the ministry where you are praying for me to go, he will be my serious agent with full authority. Enda kwa shule, let me know what is happening at school. Because I can't go there. I can't go to all of them. And like I told the parliamentarians, if we find you earning Kenya government money without working, Dr. Munga, what do you think I will do? It means you go and rest where you are supposed to rest. And I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. Like now it is true that children are many. You have thrown a question at us, Daktari. I can't answer you now, but if by the grace of God I go where I'm going, me, I will work through consultation. Because the taxpayer is you. This money that we are asking for doesn't come from heaven. It It comes from us. So if the money is available, I think it is something that can be discussed. The second point, I'm going to plead with the provincial administration and our very good parents. I know that some of you and some of the principals, if you have a birth certificate, there are two numbers. You take the one in the upper right-hand corner. That is the number of the birth certificate, not this other one in the lower part, which is much longer, because I think that has been a major confusion. So some people have birth certificates, but they just didn't upload the right number. Are we together? You take the number on the upper right-hand corner. But for those who don't have birth certificates, like I told Parliament, I am not going to sit in the office, but I need your help. Can you go, please take time and spread this to others? That you go, you give an effort to let us have birth certificates. Not because the child will not be allowed to do exam. Children will do exam, that one I can tell you. But in order for me to catch the thieves, do you understand? That's what the president wants me to do, and you also want me to do. I need that every penny coming from Jogo House can be accounted for through the computer. And therefore, there are people who are going to keep on trying to delay this. But with the help of the Ministry of Interior and yourselves and the law enforcement agencies and everybody else, and me moving all over the place also, I am hoping that by the end of the year we shall have almost 100%. And then I can work from the comfort of my office or even from the comfort of my home, because then I can follow. And it works, because at the University of Nairobi, when I went there, and you must hear this, Dr. Munga, money was having so many routes. This one goes to this side, this one goes to this side, and you have no way of checking. So as soon as I put a computerized accounting system on the comfort of my bed when I have gone home, I could trail how the money was moving and decide to ask, hii ilienda wapi? Then I go there to check. Then people stopped stealing and the university had money. So it will work also at the ministry if I get the help. But in order for it to work, I need the help of the people. If you are happy that I've been nominated, I am not Jesus Christ. I will give you the strategy and we work together. So I thought I would use this opportunity to say so. About your school, Dr. Munga, I'm deeply impressed by this school. I came here like your principal had said, let the truth be told. We had about 200 schools to focus on by order from somewhere. And you know me. So, unfortunately, sir, even though I fully appreciate you, I admire you quietly. You're one of my role models. And the reason being, you look after the poor. The wings to fly thing, the wings to fly project that you have, I have quietly followed it. It doesn't say, well, for Muranga, let us give 80%. It goes to everywhere. You look at merit. So I say, well, I can't be mad if somebody older than me is already practicing this. So those who are saying I'm a mad fellow, they are welcome. So what Dr. Munga has been doing to this country is very good. I've looked at this school, and first of all, I'm deeply shocked that you thought I am worthy to be named a hall here. So I want to be grateful. Not that I expected it, but perhaps it can inspire the young ones who are coming. When I came here 2 years ago, I took about an hour. I assessed the school, and last year I did not come because I thought it's always good to make people change and they carry on in that trajectory. But going around with you this morning, I think you are properly you are really on a proper pedestal. The results that I have analyzed here, I have taught medicine at university for over 40 years, in many universities. And these are normal results, which will improve. They will start improving from next year, not this year. You will see for yourself. So this is a very good school. It is a very good school because if you took 85% to the university, what do people want in life? Ask me. For example, look at me now, at my age. Why should I steal money? What do I want to do with it? No, it is factual because life is short and what you need to live comfortably is not much. So if we allow government money to be spent properly, Dr. Munga, that's why your request that children should be supported in private. Some of the money that is being filtered away could be used to pay for children, intelligent children who want to come to your school so that their parents are able to afford if they could not have afforded before. Because a child, there is only one Kenyan child. Have you seen a public and a private child? When you see, you let me know. I would like to say that the ability that I have seen here, the guys who gave me 2 bananas, I know they are taking it as a joke, but if the new curriculum was active right now, they would have flown to heaven. Because maybe you would have started building them from earlier, and they would be so proud because our system is such that we only use one exam, which seems to be saying, well, if you can't do this, then you have no role in life. You can't be further from the truth. Everybody has an important role in life. And I will tell you a story. I have a small farm where I come from, where one of the children who could not pass any exam in school, I look at that person's hands with my cows, and I say, God, our God is great, but we can't understand him fully. Because he's better than, he is doing better when the doctors come and they can't treat, he tells you, Professor, I found the problem. This is what was the problem. The cow is now up and eating. So it's important for the new curriculum to identify that talent as early as possible. And through this forum, I want to say, whether I become cabinet secretary or not, NEC has a role to play in this curriculum. And NEC is already working on that curriculum. But if by the grace of God I go to the other side, it will come without prejudice. It means you will see me, because for me, I will not be relying on reports. That's the way I was trained at Starehe Boys Center. You get reports, yes, but you do what? You go to the ground and check. So for the teachers, the head teachers, in order for the new curriculum to succeed, please do not delegate responsibility completely. Because once you do that, you have lost control. Delegate, but still keep checking that what you have delegated is being done. It is not the president that wants the curriculum. We have a youth bulge of over 10 million children, male and female. That curriculum is going to cure that bulge. Are we together? So I don't want to say much more, Dr. Munga, except that you said that you are going to learn. No, God forbid. In life, I know you are very humble. I'm the one to learn from you. I am the one to learn from you. And I will also learn from all the other people. But for you, it is very serious, because if I am to be like you, I have to find the trick which you have used to help all these people, and you can walk in the street and nobody knows you. Because you are doing things, you are telling me things about this school that nobody knows. You'd easily have put them on the papers. Now, that is the kind of person I would like to be in another life. I know the clergy is here, but I want to end by, first of all, thanking. I didn't know what that young, beautiful daughter of mine who had, what are you going to study? You didn't tell us. You should have told us, because, yes? Or she's still thinking about it? What are you going to study? Mechatronic engineering. And the other guy? There was a man with her. Yes? Very good. It is extremely important. Now, let not everybody want to do mechatronic engineering. It is actually stupid to say so. Do you get the point? Because like I've told you, don't lose. If I didn't become a doctor and I became a nurse, I would be the happiest nurse in the world, having passed through Starehe Boys Center. I would make sure everything that is required is done. So the message I'm giving you to you young people, because you millennials are difficult, please just accept what you are good in and let your life continue. Contribute whatever amount. I came here this morning. Did I come on foot? I couldn't have come on foot. I was driven. So in my chain of things, even when I get up, the most important person in my life is the driver. Na ule mtu wengine. Are we together? And be proud. If I was not wearing a suit, who has told you I would give a damn? As a Starehe Nigul, I would say, well, I think what I'm doing is contributing to the life that we have. I've seen many pilots here who are going to do other things, but for those who can't make it to be pilots, if there are other things you can make it for that will help the chain move forward, you should be proud enough to be happy to do it. I think that's all that I want to leave you with, because we are having a system where we are all heading to universities, getting degrees which are useless. Then you start saying, well, I've been looking for a job for 10 years. If you have a degree and you are looking for a job, do I say you are very intelligent or not? There are many things you can do. I want to thank you very much and hope that for the class of this year, as I told you, the exam is very simple. I have not escaped, I'm still there. Hata nikienda juu ama kama nikibaki hapa, I'm still there with you, so you will see me again. All the very best for the future.